The Ed Sullivan Theatre in New York City crackled with late-night anticipation as Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, stepped onto the Late Show stage at 11:35 p.m. Eastern on September 19, 2025, her midnight blue gown shimmering under the Klieg lights, drawing a wave of applause from the eager audience. Riding the crest of her American Riviera Orchard brand's launch and the buzz around her forthcoming Netflix series With Love, Meghan, she arrived to share her journey of resilience, life with Prince Harry and their children Archie and Lilibet in Montecito, and perhaps a veiled nod to her royal past that perpetually fueled tabloid speculation. Stephen Colbert, bow-tie pristine and wit sharpened, greeted her with a jovial handshake, the crowd roaring as Jon Batiste's band struck up a jaunty tune to set the tone. The monologue had primed the night with a gentle roast of royal exile life, eliciting chuckles, and the initial chat flowed smoothly, Meghan recounting a charming tale of Harry's clumsy attempt at jam-making, her laughter infectious as Colbert quipped, "Better than the Queen's scones, I'd wager." The audience howled, and Meghan parried with grace, pivoting to her brand's mission of empowering the everyday. But Colbert, ever the sly provocateur, shifted gears with a calculated jab. "Meghan, your story's a beacon, escaping the firm's chill, as you've told us. Yet some whisper it's all a bit staged. Is that jam jar just a fancy lid on more royalty?" The crowd tittered, expecting a light-hearted dodge, but Meghan's smile stiffened, her eyes glinting with a blend of poise and pique. "Stephen, it's not staged, it's survival turned purpose. I've exposed enough wounds. Not every jar's a diary," she replied, her voice smooth yet firm. Batiste's band eased the tempo, lights narrowing, as Colbert leaned in, undaunted, citing a recent X-thread questioning her Oprah narrative's gaps. "Fair point, but when you hint at skin color concerns then go quiet, doesn't that feel like a cliffhanger for cash?" The studio inhaled sharply, phones tilting upward, as Meghan's posture hardened, her retort crisp, "Cash. I shared raw pain, not a plot twist. You're the one scripting this as comedy, ironic for a jester." The laughter turned uneasy, Colbert's brow lifting in mock intrigue, the spark igniting a fire that producers in the booth watched with bated breath. The once jovial exchange teetered on a precipice, Meghan's regal resolve clashing with Colbert's satirical edge, the audience a silent witness to a showdown brewing live. As the segment surged past a brief musical interlude, Batiste's trumpet a fleeting salve, the Late Show studio simmered with palpable tension, off-camera whispers catching Meghan murmuring to a stagehand about overstepping, while Colbert conferred with writers, his eyes alight with the chase of unscripted chaos. Back live at 11:45 p.m., Colbert plunged deeper, his charm peeling back to reveal the interviewer's bite. "Touché on the irony, Duchess, but let's dig in. Post-Oprah, post-Spare, you've turned turmoil into a tidy empire with podcasts and preserves. Empowerment or exploitation?" The word, exploitation, landed like a slap, the audience murmuring as Meghan's cheeks colored, her response swift and scalding, "Exploitation. That's what the press did, stripping me bare for years. I'm reclaiming my story, Stephen, not peddling pain for profit." Applause erupted from empathetic corners, but Colbert countered, his voice rising with mock sincerity, "Reclaiming. Or rehashing. That Netflix deal glows with royal drama, your best currency yet." The blow struck deep, Meghan's eyes welling as she laughed bitterly. "You turn my survival into a joke. I faced suicidal despair, you face hecklers. Who's profiting off pain now?" The studio gasped, Batiste's sax fading into an awkward hush, as Colbert's grin twitched, his riposte quick. "Pain's universal, mine's in punchlines, yours in palaces. But dodging details, that's the real tearjerker." Meghan's dam broke then, tears spilling as she stood, voice quaking but resolute. "This isn't wit, it's wounding. I came for connection, not cruelty." The crowd split, half cheering her stand, half stunned, as she unclipped her mic mid-step, Colbert calling after, "Meghan, hold on, let's laugh it off." But she vanished backstage, leaving him to fumble into a commercial break with a weak, "Well, that escalated quickly." Crew reports later buzzed of producers gently ushering her out amid sobs, though her camp insisted it was her defiant exit. X erupted at 11:50 p.m. with hashtag Colbert vs Meghan, raw clips racking millions of views. "He shattered her." Versus, "She couldn't handle the heat." The fiery clash, birthed from banter gone brutal, had torched the night, headlines blazing by midnight. The aftershocks of Meghan Markle's tearful retreat from the Late Show detonated across the digital landscape, by 12:15 a.m. Eastern on September 20, 2025, outpacing the night's other highlights in viral ferocity. X timelines overflowed with unedited clips, fans overlaying Colbert's Exploitation, jab with Meghan's glistening exit, hashtags #Meghan tears and #Colbert clash skyrocketing to global trends, garnering tens of millions of impressions within the first hour. Meghan's defenders swarmed, posting, "She bared her soul, he bared his claws." #Justice for Meghan, with memes of jam jars dubbed Colbert's sour sting, while Colbert's allies fired back, "Truth stings, Duchess can't take it." #Team Stephen, photoshopping his bowtie as a royal guillotine. TMZ roared. Meghan meltdown. Colbert's jabs leave her in tears, while The Hollywood Reporter framed it as late night's rawest reckoning, speculating if it was spontaneous fury or a calculated cry for her Netflix narrative. CBS held a stony silence officially, but Colbert's 12:30 a.m. tweet, "Tough night, tougher guests. Laughter's healing," sometimes, drew 75K likes tinged with scorn. Viewership surged 40% mid-broadcast, producers debating if the unscripted implosion would win Emmys or ignite lawsuits. Off-the-record leaks hinted, did Meghan's team flag tough questions pre-show? Was Colbert's writer's room loaded with royal zingers? YouTube analysts zoomed on micro moments, her tear at palaces, his smirk post-sob, spawning theories from staged sympathy to genuine grudge. Royal Reddit threads dubbed it Oprah's Echo, the weep heard round the world, while feminist X debates raged over satire's limits versus survivors' rights. Unverified whispers claimed Harry raced from a late-night call to comfort her, Archewell's PR lines ablaze. By 1 a.m., Kimmel's rival slot teased a sympathetic skit, "Colbert's late, but his manners are later," keeping the inferno roaring into the wee hours, a stark reminder of how one host's humor could hurl a guest into heartbreak. By 7:19 p.m. PKT on September 19, 2025, equivalent to 9:49 a.m. Eastern on September 20, the Stephen Colbert-Meghan Markle clash had crystallized into a cultural watershed, reshaping late-night dynamics and celebrity vulnerability with unrelenting scrutiny. The Late Show resumed at 11:35 p.m. Eastern with Colbert opening dryly, "Last night, I turned a duchess into a deluge, apologies to my Kleenex sponsor," earning a jagged laugh track, while CBS execs tracked a 30% uptick in streaming backlash. Meghan, cloistered in Montecito, posted a dawn Instagram story of waves crashing, captioned, "Strength flows through storms," which her fans crowned as regal rebuttal, boosting Riviera Orchard pre-orders 20% by noon, ironic vengeance for the exploitation barb. Analyses flooded. In Rolling Stone dubbed it comedy's collision with compassion, when jokes jolt royals, split between hailing Colbert's equal opportunity roast or decrying it as punching down. Online, the divide deepened. TikTok tutorials mapped Meghan's tier trajectory, X polls edged 53% her favor with "Who Won the Wit War?" Reddit reviving her suit's graces, pre-pain proof. Rumors brewed, Netflix accelerating her special with a triumph arc, Colbert's bookers dodging royal-adjacent names like kryptonite. Leaked tape fragments fueled fan remixes, one sinking her sobs to Spare's melancholy, racking viral views. The fallout sparked broader ripples, calls for trauma-sensitive, late-night panels probing if satire's edge dulled post #MeToo. As evening fell in Pakistan, the frenzy tapered to embers, but the scar remained. Colbert's unflappable funny man, sheen scuffed, Meghan's unshakable icon, image softened by sobs. A truce, maybe a carpool karaoke cameo, or a feud fossilized in reruns. For now, it's late night's rawest rift, where laughter liquefied into lament, etching a lesson in the fragility beneath fame's glare.